Our brains are packed with instincts, little programs that have been running for millions of years. Some are here to keep us alive, others are here to help us do very human things like make friends, fall in love, fight over the last slice of pizza. Today we're splitting them into two groups. Group A, the keep you alive instincts, your body's autopilot. Hunger, thirst, sleep, the stuff that keeps you breathing. Group B, the behavioral and social instincts. This is where things get really interesting. Fighting and fleeing, falling in love, joining tribes, playing games, exploring new things. We're gonna focus mostly on Group B, but before we get there, first you need to survive long enough to be able to be social. Part A, physiological survival instincts. Hunger, controlled by your hypothalamus, with hormones like ghrelin telling you to eat and leptin telling you to stop. Your brain is biased towards fat and sugar because for most of human history, you didn't know when the next meal was coming. That's why pizza feels like a brilliant idea at any time of day. Thirst, tiny osmoreceptors in your hypothalamus track how watery your blood is. When you're dehydrated, they trigger the hormone vasopressin to make you feel thirsty. Breathing, run by the amygdala oblongata, which isn't looking at oxygen levels but carbon dioxide in your blood. CO2 goes up and your brain tells you, breathe now. You can ignore it for a few seconds, but it will win. Bathroom breaks. Your stretch sensors in bladder and bowel send signals to your spinal cord, reflexes and brainstem. Once those alarms go off, you are on borrowed time. Sleep. Your suprachiasmatic nucleus is your brain's timekeeper. When it gets dark, it tells your pineal glands to release melatonin, whether or not you think you're ready for bed. Alright, that's Group A, the basics. Now I'm going to take a quick nap before we dive into Group B. Wake me up when we are talking about the fun stuff. And we are back somehow. Okay, we've got food, water, air and sleep covered. Now let's talk about Group B, the instincts that make us human, the instincts that actually shape how we live, how we fight, love, explore and belong. These are the ones that make us human and sometimes make us weird. Part B, behavioral instincts, survival behaviors, fight or flight. This one is a core instinct, deep, hardcore and absolutely central to staying alive. You've got this almond-shaped bit in your brain called the amygdala, basically your personal smoke alarm. When it senses danger, it slams the panic button and wakes up your sympathetic nervous system. Think of the sympathetic nervous system as your body's red alert mode. Heart rate up, breathing faster, blood pumped to your muscle, digestion paused. Your body is clearing the decks, so you can run or fight. It's the ultimate drop everything command. In the wild, this was brilliant. Sudden movement in the bushes could be leopard. Today, the same system gets triggered by emails, meetings or bad news. And here is the problem. It's too active for modern life, exhausting and not always helpful. Freeze. Sometimes your brain picks the statue option. That's the preaqueductal gray in your midbrain calling the shots. It can lock you in place to avoid detection. Helpful if you are a rabbit in the grass. Not so helpful and weird if it kicks in during a job interview. Pain avoidance. Your nociceptors, pain sensors in your skin and tissue, send an emergency signal straight to your spinal cord to pull away, skipping the think about it step entirely. Next category, reproduction and kinship, sexual attraction. Your hypothalamus and dopamine-rich reward circuits light up when you see someone with certain evolutionary green flags. Symmetry, clear skin, waist-to-hip ratio. Dating apps basically weaponize this wiring. Pair bonding. Virtually all of us end up in some kind of pair, not because we sit down and make a spreadsheet of pros and cons, but because it's one of the most hardwired instincts we have. We are a pair bonding species. This is driven by brain chemistry. Oxytocin and vasopressin get released when we share closeness, touch, laughter, and life experiences. These chemicals create a powerful sense of connection and trust, almost like your brain is stitching two nervous systems together. In our evolutionary past, pair bonds helped raise children and share resources. In modern life, it's everything from long-term relationships to best friendships that feel almost romantic in their closeness. And because this instinct is so strong, we often find ourselves in pairs almost without thinking, as if our brain is quietly nudging us towards someone and saying, "Yep, that one, stick with them." Parental care. Holding a baby lights up your nucleus accumbens, the brain's reward center, while oxytocin surges. It's evolution's way of making sure we don't walk away from tiny helpless humans. Category number 3, social cohesion. Group belonging. Your ventral striatum rewards you for fitting in. In the past, it meant safety in numbers. Today, it's the little dopamine buzz from getting a like online. Hierarchy navigation. Testosterone and cortisol levels shift depending on whether you're climbing up or holding your ground. Your brain constantly reads posture, tone, and micro-expressions to figure out who is the boss in any given group. Mimicry. This is your mirror neuron system, the brain circuits that let you copy someone's smile, accent, or posture without you realizing it. It's bonding in action. Category number 4, exploration and learning. Curiosity. The mesolimbic dopamine system lights up when you encounter something new. In the past, curiosity got us over the next hill. Now it keeps us Googling at 3 a.m. Play. Play releases endorphins and helps the prefrontal cortex wire up for planning and problem solving. For kids, it's practice for adult life. For adults, well, it's practice just with more expensive toys. Category number 5, aversion and protection. Disgust. Processed in the insula, evolved for avoiding rotten food, now extends to moral outrage. Territoriality. Amygdala and testosterone keep you protective of your space, whether it's land or your seat in the bus. Category number 6, resource instincts. Hoarding. Dopamine plus scarcity memory. The reason we kept grain in jars and now keep random cables in drawers. Now we're going to the lighthouse. From the hunger that pushed our ancestors to Rome to the curiosity that sent us to the moon, our instincts are ancient, but in the modern world they don't always know what's best for us. The question isn't whether you have instincts, it's whether you can spot them when they kick in and decide if you want to follow them.